Bartender VR Simulator is a game developed by VR Factory in conjunction with Tomek Malik, 6-time Flair bartending world champion. The player gets placed in one of 4 different virtual bars, where a voice gives the player directions on how to make a variety of real-world cocktails. From Moscow Mules to Cosmopolitans, the player will mix different beverages using the alcohol and mix found at each location. To earn additional money, the player can spin the alcohol bottles in the air and catch them before pouring, showing off their bartending flair. Bartending VR Simulator uses the Unreal 4 engine, which makes the poor visuals surprising. The game allows the player to adjust the graphics setting between low, medium, and high, though on medium the bottle labels were still too difficult to read without actually picking them up and holding them to the player's face. The different bar locations are somewhat varied in design on the other side of the bar from the player, but where the player stands, there is little change from location to location. Whatever planet the developers modeled the physics engine after, it wasn't Earth. Gravity in the game is not the same as gravity in real life. Tossed bottles do not follow a trajectory that a lifetime of catching objects has trained the player's brain to predict. Additionally, a slight flick of the wrist in the game can turn alcohol bottles into high-speed projectiles, smashing into the roof. Chances are good that most viewers have been inside a real bar at some point in time, and even if attending a bar is still a few years or a fake ID away, the general premise of how they operate is probably understood by everyone. A person walks up to the bar and tells the bartender what he or she wants, the bartender prepares the drink and hands it to the customer, brief small talk is exchanged, and the customer moves on. Bartender VR Simulator is like that, except without any of the interaction. The player will stand behind the bar where nobody will approach them, no orders will be made, no small talk will take place. A disembodied voice will tell the player the name of a drink, the player will make it. The end. How is that a game, you may ask? Well, after each drink is prepared, a bill shows up on the screen breaking down the cost of the drink, including a tip. The more flair the player put into preparing a drink, the greater the tip. The game keeps a scoreboard of earnings. If the physics were adjusted, Bartender VR Simulator could be used as a training tool for newly hired bartenders. And like most employer-administered training, it feels a lot more like work than play. Overall, we have given Bartender VR Simulator a rating of 8 out of 20. For VR news and reviews, visit our website at www.varr.tech. That's www.vr.tech.